Hi guys, Tucker here with a new video, and this video we're going to talk about Fury Warrior in 10.2. They didn't do too much changes, but I want to give a quick preview about Fury Warrior because we did talk about Arms Warrior, and I think with Fury Warrior it's going to be quite a short video, but they didn't change too many things. They did add Battlefield Commander also to Fury Warriors. You also have Safeguard, like I discussed about it in the Arms Warrior video, and we also have Storm of Destruction, which is quite interesting with Ravager. The problem is with Ravager is it is way on the right side of the tree, which is the less interesting side of the tree, unfortunately. I am also still worried and kind of annoyed that they kinda made Raging Blow and Crushing Blow just not a thing in Dragonflight. I tried to make it a thing in the first season, also in the second season, but now in 10.2 I feel like there is no way I'm going to play Crushing Blow anymore, because they keep on buffing Bloodbath, they keep on making Foret being a bot Bloodbath, they keep on making everything about Bloodthirst and Bloodbath, even like the most interesting talents are Bloodbath and Bloodthirst. It just is a shame. It's still around bleeds a bit, although I feel like this current build does give you the satisfaction of having Slam being relevant, which is not the case for Arms Warrior, unfortunately. Like I said in the Arms video, at the end of the video we did some Slam testing, and it is just like barely something. So and Whirlwind also hitting for somewhat of a filler kind of damage, but it just is what it is. It does generate a lot of rage though if you're like in AoE situations, but the good thing is about Fury is they have a great Foret. We have a Foret that we are going to rush regardless on Arms or on Fury. Again, about the Arms Warrior video, I made a video about it, so if you want to check that out, we talk about the Foret, we talk about the bleed changes, we talk about just the changes for Arms, and it does feel very good. And the Foret is also a must-have, and I think this is also a must-have Foret. Odin's Fury deals 50% increased damage and causes your next 3 Bloodthirsts to deal 75% increased additional damage. I'm going to say 75% because in PvP it's halved. And have 50% increased critical strike chance against its primary target. So if I'm going to use my little throw, I do see the 50% and 75%, right? But Odin's Fury deals 50% increased damage. I think that's a bug. I'm pretty sure that it's going to be 25%. And also the Bloodthirst critical strike reduces the cooldown of Odin's Fury by 2.5 seconds. I think it's going to be 1.25 seconds. So don't expect these numbers to stay right now. I do feel like it's going to stay at the final form of PvP, I would say. But again, like the tooltips are going to change. Obviously, I feel like the 2.5 seconds is going to be 1.25 seconds, and the Odin's Fury deals 25% instead of the 50%. Anyways, I'm going to showcase you how it works, and then I'm going to explain it. So basically, you're going to go inside the enemy pretty much, and I'm going to try to build rage, which is not going to happen for some reason. Okay, now we're building rage, and we're going to sustain that rage with blood buffs, and then whenever you're ready to burst, you're going to pretty much use avatar recklessness. Then you have like those procs that you can use from blood buff, and that's actually a very good thing. And then you can do another Odin's Fury, and then you can pretty much do again a lot of damage, and this is pretty strong. Like it's insane, like the damage that you can produce as a Fury Warrior currently. And now the thing is, I'm kind of a realist. I know that it's not going to stay like this. On the dummy, it's physical damage, so armor is going to still be reduced on a lot of characters. Damage reduction will be a thing. Versatility will be a thing. Just in general, you're not going to see the damage that you're going to see right now on the screen. But let's talk really quickly about it. Bloodbath, again, top damage. Annihilator, again, a sad thing. Pretty much you give up Annihilator to make Slam more relevant and Whirlwind more relevant, but pretty much Crushing Blow is not here. That is the sad part about Fury Warrior. You're pretty much just now a 2 or 3 button machine, pretty much. So that it is what it is, but we'll have to see what they're going to do for next expansion, I guess. But Blood Bath is the elephant in the room. You see, the crits that I'm producing as a Fury Warrior is insane. We have Blood Baths critting for 340k, and it's not even that they're going to go lower like HP, so you have also the talents going to work for you, like Vicious Contempt. So if they are below 35% health, they're going to also get 50% increased damage on Bloodbath and Bloodthirst. If that happens, you're going to pretty much execute someone if you're actually using your Ordinance Fury or your avatar with your Foret. So you see the damage is really high. We did on average 267k crit damage. Remember, we also critted like 77k, so it brings it lower, but overall you have like a lot of damage whenever you're going for Odin's Fury and whenever you're going for an avatar. I should also say that right now it works like this. I don't know if it's going to work on live, but with your Titan's Torment, whenever you're going to avatar, it's going to activate an Odin's Fury, which is also going to activate your Foret, and then your Odin's Fury will also by themselves activate for your Foret. So effectively you have like 6 blood baths that are going to be highly damaging abilities for you going forward. So you're going to be a very CD dependent spec. Again, I think, is it good or is it bad? That's another discussion, but I think in overall state, if you're going to do a recklessness into avatar, bloodbath, rampage, bloodbath, thunderous roar, bloodbath, rampage again, and then you're going to do another Odin's Fury, and then you're going to do 2 bloodbaths again. I mean, the damage is really high, and you should really not underestimate it. And once they are low HP, it does even more damage. So again, I'm looking forward to test it in PvP. Unfortunately, PvP on PTR is quite dead, so it's very hard to test anything. But if the number stays, and it is how it is currently on the PTR, and I feel like if you're like even removing 50k from it, like 50k damage, which is realistically something that can happen if you have versatility, if you have armor, even if you're reducing it to 100k, bloodbaths critting for 172k is very high for a Fury Warrior. Fury Warrior is not going to be a crit machine like damage wise, like number wise, like an Arms Warrior. Arms Warrior that is doing a more strike or execute crit from 150k is impressive, but a Fury Warrior critting for 170k, I would say, for bloodbaths is above impressive. It is like going to be very noticeable, and I think they can get nerfed down the line. Is it fun though? I think there is some fun to be had, but again, I am not a fan of the bloodbath like spam. That's why I made multiple guide videos about Fury Warrior playing without the bloodbath spam. We played with Onslaught, we played with Crushing Blow. Was it successful? I guess in its own right it is successful, but is it more successful than the bloodbath build? I don't think so. I think bloodbath build is way stronger because of how it works. I think the Foret just again pushes you towards it, so you should go for it. I guess that's how the game devs want you to play, so I guess putting resistance against it is not really the smartest thing to do, but it is what it is. So it is fun, but it is just not as fun as, let's say, having more spells on my bars and having meaningful presses on every single spell is more fun. And that's why Arms Warrior feels a bit more fun to me, because you have way more spells to press that feels way more impactful in my opinion. Even those bleeds are automatic on a Fury Warrior. You have Gushing Wounds, you have Thunderous Roar, you have Odin's Fury, but that's it. Well, for example, Arms Warrior, they have Deep Wounds, they have Rend, they have Thunderous Roar, they have now the Execute Dot build that you have, the Execute Dot from the Foret that you have. So you have way more activations, and I feel like Fury Warrior is currently not the best version of themselves, but it is what it is. It is going to be strong in 10.2. I think it's going to be strong. I think the overall PvP satisfaction is going to be way higher on Fury Warrior than Arms Warrior in BGs. I think in Solo Shuffle you're going to have a great time as a Fury Warrior. I think as an Arms Warrior you're going to be also having a great time. I think in 2s both specs are going to be good, depending on who you're facing, of course. 3s, since it's a warrior class is going to be always very, very good with multiple other classes and specs. So you have probably the best way to make a comp work if you have a warrior. And overall, I think it's just great to play a warrior. So I would recommend playing warrior in 10.2 for more the arms warrior spec, but I guess for Fury, if you're a Fury fan and you like what you see, you're going to definitely like it in 10.2. But I'm more of an arms warrior just in general. I'm more of a bias towards arms warrior, so I guess that's probably showing in the video. But if you like those kinds of specs and how they play, I guess Fury Warrior might be the spec for you. But anyways, I'm going to trying to make more videos about previews, about other specs, about other classes. I do feel like this week and also next week and the week after are going to be way bigger, like balancing wise and also like rework wise. They might rework a few towns here and there, but if they do it on Warrior, I will also make a update video about it. So if you want to subscribe to it, you are welcome, and you are going to then get notified whenever I get a video out, so be sure to do that as well. Again, thank you for watching this video, really appreciate you. Again, if you learned something, please comment below. If you didn't learn something and you are excited for Warrior, please also comment below. If you have anything to say, please comment below so I can actually respond to you guys and we can then have a talk. Again, thank you for everything, and we will catch you probably very soon in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.